Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are here in Rosin, Kentucky at the Rosin Cemetery, and the redneck in me wants to say Rosin, but if that ain't right, just let me know in the comments. And we're here to visit and pay respects to, what pretty much everybody says is the father of bluegrass, and that would be Bill Monroe. And so let me get my ad out of the way and say, if this is your first time here, welcome. I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, doing all those things. And if this isn't your first time here, hey, welcome back. I hope you enjoy the video as well. We're gonna walk around, we'll talk about Mr. Monroe, celebrate his life, talk about all the things he accomplished. And then at the end of the video, we'll pay our respects, we'll visit the grave, and do all that stuff. Monroe was born on his family farm near Rosin, Kentucky. He was the youngest of 8 children. Sadly, his mother passed away when he was 10, and his father passed away 6 years after that. Eventually, his brothers and sisters moved away, which left Monroe bouncing between uncles and aunts until finally he settled in with his Uncle Pendleton, whom he often accompanied to the dances because he played the fiddle. In 1929, Monroe moved to Indiana to work at an oil refinery with his brothers Birch and Charlie. Together with a friend, Larry Moore, they formed the Monroe Brothers to play at local dances and house parties. Soon, RCA Victor signed the Monroe Brothers to a recording contract in '36. They scored an immediate hit single with the gospel song, "What Would You Give in Exchange for Your Soul?" and ultimately recorded 60 tracks for the label between '36 and '38. And in '39, Monroe successfully auditioned for a regular spot on the Grand Ole Opry, impressing Opry founder George Hay with his energetic performance of Jimmie Rodgers' Mule Skinner Blues. Monroe recorded that song along with 7 others as his first solo recording session for RCA Victor in 1940. While the fast tempos and instrumental characteristics of bluegrass music are apparent even on those early tracks, Monroe was still experimenting with the sound of his group. Most importantly, Monroe added banjo player David Stringbean Aikman to the Bluegrass Boys in '42. Aikman played the instrument in a relatively primitive style and was rarely featured in instrumental solos. Key developments occurred in Monroe's music with the addition of Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs to the Bluegrass Boys in '45. Flatt played a solid rhythm guitar style that would help set the course for bluegrass timing, and Scruggs played the banjo with a distinctive 3-finger picking style. In retrospect, this lineup of the Bluegrass Boys has been dubbed the original bluegrass band, as the music finally included all the elements that characterize bluegrass music, including breakneck tempos, sophisticated vocal harmony arrangements, and impressive instrumental proficiency demonstrated in solos or breaks on the mandolin, banjo, and fiddle. So in 1948, both Flatt and Scruggs left the band, soon forming their own group, the Foggy Mountain Boys. By the late 1950s, Monroe's commercial fortunes had begun to slip a little bit. The rise in rock and roll and the development of the Nashville sound in mainstream country music both represented threats to the viability of bluegrass. While still a mainstay on the Grand Ole Opry, Monroe found diminishing success on the single charts and struggled to keep his band together in the face of declining demand for live performances. His fortunes did begin to improve during what is called the American folk music revival of the early 1960s. Many college students and other young people were beginning to discover Monroe, associating his style more with traditional folk music than that with the country western genre, which it had previously been identified. Monroe's compositions during his later period were largely instrumentals. He settled into a new role as a musical patriarch who continued to influence younger generations of musicians. Monroe's last performance occurred March 15th of 1996, and he ended his touring and playing career in April following a stroke, and he passed away on September 9th of 1996 in Springfield, 4 days before his 85th birthday. And here we go. Now this is something special. Look at that. All right, let's figure out what we want to do first. All right, so there's that. We'll start here and we'll see Bill and Stormy. All right. Monroe. We'll get to this in a second. All right, so let's walk around just to make sure. Nope. Okay, nothing on the back. Now, let's do this. Wow. Holy smokes. There's no way I can read all this. I mean, it's pretty much his, you might as well put like Wikipedia in stone, is what that is. It says, walk softly around this grave, for my father, Bill Monroe, rest here as the blue moon of Kentucky shines on. From his son. Wow. That's the most words I've seen, I think, on one of these. And down here you've got William Bill Smith Monroe, ancestry, Scots and Dutch, born and death date. Wow. And there's more Monroes over there and over there. Truly something special there. This is pretty great. That was a ladybug that just flew in front of the camera, so I'll take that good luck. Wow. Bill Monroe, pretty cool. Father of bluegrass. He definitely deserves a monument like that. Beautiful weather today. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Kentucky's such a beautiful state. I love coming up here to do videos. Thanks to the members. Can't thank you guys enough. Strange cemetery, and they hadn't cut the grass. So if you're like, that didn't look like the same cemetery that he was in when he showed us, and it wasn't. It was a different cemetery. I just used footage from a different one in Kentucky because the grass didn't cut, and I didn't feel like fighting fire ants. So you can call me lazy. It's okay. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings. Yeah, Bill Monroe. So I'm headed back to the great state of Alabama, and I hope everybody has a great week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. And you never know what you'll find on the back roads. The father of bluegrass, man, that's pretty cool. I'll see you guys next time.